Hey guys, Master of Extreme 93 with a... Oh god, what the hell is wrong with my laptop? It's going buggy on me already. And we're
Hooray!
I'm joined today with LugiaDialga, and, just gonna start off the video with a wild Soul Rock encounter.
Soul Rock! He's rocking in the house.
Oh god, what am I doing with my life? Okay, I was really hoping
Everything.
that this live narration was going to go swimmingly, but wouldn't you know it, as soon as I press the record button, the laptop's going to have a heart attack and be like, no, I'm not going 99%. Nope. Oh, we go. Oh my god. It's teetering on the edge of like 95 to 100 to 93 to 90 to 80, and I'm just like, God!
That's better than 70. My computer has done that before.
What's wrong with my laptop keys? That's what I'm trying to... Laptop, what are you doing? It's...
Laptop, stop!
I'm
What are you doing?
stuck on going to the left.
To the left, to the left.
I cannot go to the right. It won't let me go to the right. And I keep forcing
no.
to the left. I'm like, laptop, why won't you let me go to the right? I need to go to the right in order to get to Cerulean.
Ah, Cerulean is that way.
I can't get to Cerulean if I'm walking back towards Mount Moon, and that's not going to do anything because I've jumped off this ledge and I can't even get back over there.
The game wants you to encounter Zubat.
It's funny, I actually did encounter a Zubat in Mount Moon, even though this is a randomizer of all things. I did encounter one.
Oh yeah, randomizer. I kind of forgot about that. Oh goodness.
Can we get out of here without... Okay, another random encounter, and this time it's a Persian. It's not too bad.
Meow.
Oh god, that Persian cry sounded very weird with the lagging immediately going like 75%. That was like... Maria!
Oh my gosh, it's an angry cat. Angry Persian.
I think we can go to Cerulean. Yes, we're finally in Cerulean. It took much longer than it should have.
Woo! That makes it much more of an accomplishment.
I just hope my laptop keys don't start, like, sticking, because, like, what happens is sometimes... Yeah, sometimes, like, my arrow keys, like to get locked up and, like, they don't like to get unlocked. I'm just like, why are you doing this to me?
That's not cool.
Let's heal up real quick. I definitely need it after all of that in Mount Moon. Oh my god, okay. Trying not to freak out here because, I'm so severely underleveled even for this rival battle. Even though, I've got a Kyogre, and a Jirachi, and an Espeon, and a Pikachu, and a shiny Houndoom, I'm still kinda underleveled, but I'm gonna fight Gary anyways.
Oh man.
Yo.
Bring it on.
Yo, Mox, you're still struggling along back here. I'm doing great. I caught a bunch of strong and smart Pokemon. Aren't you just the best?
Oh.
Here.
Isn't he just dandy?
Let me see what you got, Mox. I'm going to kick your butt.
In before Caterpie.
Let's see. Well, actually, are the trainer Pokemon different? No, they're not different. They're the same.
Oh, okay.
It's only the wild Pokemon.
Oh, yes.
Well, he's got
True.
a Pidgeotto, though.
Ooh.
He's got Boylocks.
Yes, Boylocks.
I've got a Pikachu, though, and even though Pikachu has a terrible nature, which means Thunder Shock does almost nothing, it's still super effective, and it still does more damage than it would to anything else.
Woo, that's good.
Oh god, just one quick attack and he did almost half of my HP, but I'd still defeated it. Okay, Pikachu.
That's important.
Yeah. Well, level 17 for Pikachu, though. I mean, we still won, but, that's unsettling.
True. Woo.
Okay, he's going to send out his top percentage Rattata, so I'm going to send out my Crit, aka Jirachi. You know the story behind the name of Crit?
I do not.
This is probably my most fond memory when it comes to Wi-Fi battling in 4th gen. Not 5th gen, 4th gen. This was like when I was just starting out Wi-Fi battling. I was battling my friends to get the ropes, you know. And, of course, I was battling Luigi. You know Luigi.
Yes, I do.
So I was battling him, and I forget what Pokemon that I was using. All I know is that he had a Jirachi, and he was spamming Cosmic Power like a jerk. And I'm just like, how am I supposed to possibly defeat this Jirachi when doing my most strongest attack will make it, like, you know, lose 5 HP? And, like, almost everything in my team was weak to, like, you know, a psychic move. Or,
of
like,
course.
So I'm just like, well, you know, I'm screwed. I might as well just forfeit. But I did not forfeit yet. I was considering it. But you know what happened?
Oh boy, what?
I used Flamethrower a few times. He kept on spamming Wish to get his HP back, while simultaneously using Psychic to lower my own HP. He had like almost all his HP, like barely. Like, you know, lost some. We defeated Gary, by the way. That was pretty easy. Like, he barely had any lost HP after some Wish recovers. I used Flamethrower, and I got a crit and KO'd his Jirachi and won the battle.
So much for all that preparation.
6 Cosmic Powers, and I still won.
Booyah.
And he was...
That is awesome.
He was so mad it wasn't even funny.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It was funny, though. Well, blah, blah, blah. I feel sorry for you. No, really, you're always plotting behind me. So here, I'll give you a little present as a favor. We get the Fame Checker, one of the most worthless pieces of crud ever invented in a Pokemon game. Like, seriously, who used this? Who? I ask you.
Not me.
Blah, blah, blah. Chatty gossip like you is things perfect. I don't need it because I don't give a hoot about others. Well, aren't you nice? Alright, this time I really am going to smell ya.
Smell you later.
Have you ever really used the Fame Checker for anything?
Can't say I have.
My point exactly.
It's just so... like... Game Freak, what were you doing? Well, I guess it fits, you know... your rival, Gary, or whatever, rather well to give you a, you know, piece of crud.
I know, right? It's like, here, you just defeated me. I'm going to reward you with this terrible item.
Mm-hmm. At least he's showing he somewhat cares.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just one bad piece of crud item, but I mean, next time you defeat him, though, it's going to be funnier, because I believe the next time you battle him, it's going to be at the Pokemon Tower. And I'm sure by now you've heard of all the creepypastas about why he's there.
Eradicate, yep.
Oh, that's not the next time. The next time's the SSM. But that's the same thing because it's related.
Exactly.
According to the creepypasta, you defeat him on the SSN when he has his Raticate or whatever, and then he next appears at the Pokemon Tower without his Raticate, assuming that after the battle on the SSN, and it got KO'd, that it was not able to get to, like, the Pokemon Center in time from the ship, and it legitimately died.
And when he's at the Pokemon Tower, he seems to be a little edgy, too. You know, kind of like, what are you doing here?
Exactly, and he gives it off by saying, none of your Pokemon died. It's like, wait,
exactly.
Well then, you're implying that one of yours did.
Mm-hmm.
It's never been confirmed by, like, Game Freak or whatever, but it's like something...
Oh yeah, and they're not going to.
They're never going to. But this is so
well, especially
interesting.
if you don't ask part of the original team that made Red and Blue. I mean, anyone else is probably not going to know.
Brandy, shut up. I'm talking to my dog. I just always, though, think it's so interesting that they are able to... The fans, that is. Pokemon fans, that they're able to develop such interesting stories and assumptions and draw the lines together, like connect the dots, you know, they're able to really come up with this stuff. It's like, well, you know, to be honest, in all my years of playing Pokemon, I would have never realized this if somebody had not told me about this creepypasta to begin with. It's like,
Same here.
I'm amazed that people actually come up with this stuff.
I can very well say the same thing. And it's weird, I kind of like some of those creepypastas. Some of them are just downright retarded, honestly. But some of them are kind of, amusing, especially whenever they actually draw the lines to the facts given to you from the actual games, such as this Radicate story. Gives it a little more so-called, credibility of sorts. Believability, rather,
I'll tell you one thing that I really like about the old Pokemon fandom and stuff when it comes to creepypastas is that they really are good at bringing the creepypasta myth to life with ROM hacks, for example.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Turning them into a playable version. That takes dedication.
That's what I really like it when, certain fans do that. That's pretty awesome.
We all remember me playing Lost Silver.
Yes, Lost Silver is so amusing.
I still...
And then there's another one.
I know. What was the other one? The Escape from Lavender Town?
Escape from Lavender Town.
I still, going back and watching myself play that, I still, go back and think to myself, I was legitimately scared for a second because I didn't know what this was and I was freaking out. Even admittedly, that was being a post-narration video, those were my thoughts and, my, I guess you could say, reaction to it as I played it. I just couldn't, possibly do it live for obvious reasons because, my laptop is jank.
It doesn't
janky.
like live things.
Yeah, we're doing it live right now, but even with that said, it's a little lag. It's actually not as bad as I thought. But
it's not too happy.
It's manageable to do this video, but that wasn't just the emulator on VBA. That was its own little program, an entire thing. So that was no chance of that working. But even then, my reaction and my style of narration when I narrated over myself having played that was completely legitimate and accurate as to how I was actually reacting as I played it. Because I was like, what's this going on? What? I was just freaking out because not just because I was actually scared or nothing. I was a little creeped out to the point wow, I did not expect that to happen. But more so that I was just really impressed and I did not know what was going to happen next, and this just keeps you on your edge. Because even though I had known about Lost Silver and the creepypasta, I did not know what was going to happen in the ROM per se, or in the emulation of it or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, what's going on here? What's going to happen next?
It's like, oh my god, what was that?
I'm going off on a tangent here, but you get the point.
Tangents are fine. They're fun.
I've been using different Pokemon so far in this video to do the Nugget Bridge and all that. But it just would not be a Firered Randomizer if there wasn't at least one cameo appearance of Shiny Houndoom. Now would it?
Of course.
So I'm now at the very end. Congratulations, you beat our 5 contestant trainers. You just earned a fabulous prize. It's fabulous. I don't want a fabulous prize. A regular prize would be fine.
Fabulous!
By the way, how would you like to join Team Rocket? We're a group of professional criminals specializing in Pokemon. Even though we're not supposed to be evil, I always wanted there to be a yes-no option for this.
I know, right? I think a lot of people can agree to that.
It's like, come on, join. Want to join? Come on, join us. I'm telling you to join. See, I would say yes if you gave me an option. Just to see what would happen. Just to see what would happen.
That's exactly why I would want to do it. Just to see how it would work. How the game mechanics would change. I mean, it's too complex, for the Game Boy.
Shiny Houndoom!
Woo!
All of your blue glory. It's blue!
Yeah, I love its blue color.
It's blue. That's the best shiny thing ever. It's blue.
I love blue. The blue shiny colors.
Wouldn't you know it?
Awesome.
Wouldn't you know it? I use Ember and I burned the Ekans on one Ember.
Oh yeah.
It's just complete hacks,
But he's shiny, so it's all good.
He's got. I hate myself for saying this, but he's got shiny swag.
He does, though. It's true. If he
I'm not
can
like
burn with one ember.
I'm not like a swag, obsessed person. Like I don't really like that meme, but like, come on,
Yeah.
it's shiny. I mean,
Exactly.
swag would be okay if people did not abuse it so much.
I know, like, LOL swag, I'm a gangster swag, yo swag, yo dude
Exactly.
swag, bro swag.
It would be okay if people did not beat it to death.
Yes, agreed.
Well, that can be said about anything. I mean, anything beat to death, is annoying.
True.
Now my keys are being quirky again. Okay.
Bad keys.
I don't want my error keys do this. But you know what? It's interesting. They always seem to do this. And I'm not kidding. They always do this on a live narration. Sometimes when I record, without doing live narration, I'm just recording regularly how I do most of my parts. For the most part, they're fine then. Or if they do act up, I can cut away the parts where they act up, because I can cut that part out. It always seems to like to haunt me when I'm doing something live. I don't know why. It's like, Mox is doing a live narration? Let's lock up.
They're troll keys.
That they are totally troll keys. Oh my god, another burn with Ember!
Woo!
Come on, this is ridiculous. Like, come on. Shiny Houndoom, you are just... I might as well just rename that Will-O-Wisp, because that's what you're doing. You're burning people.
He really is. He's just being a beast.
Okay, so, now we have this, new patch of grass. Let me raise my volume a bit. There. We have a new patch of grass. Let's see what Pokemon are in here. Hopefully something interesting that I might want to catch. Hopefully it's Quagsire.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I find it ironic because my friend Willie actually likes Quagsire, and if it wasn't for the fact that I named this Houndoom after Willie, I probably would have caught a Quagsire and named it after him just because. Let's see what else. Ew! Ew! A Spinda!
Oh, no.
A Spinda! No, I don't like Spindas. You're boring.
I don't either.
You're terrible.
The only thing I can tolerate is how they introduced the move Teeter Dance, but that's it.
Regice! Wild Regice!
Regice.
Regice appeared.
Woo! Does it know explosion?
Probably does. It's level 7.
Oh man. It's just gonna explode.
I'm just gonna use Ember.
Get it done and over
It
with.
lived with like 1 HP, and now he uses explosion!
No!
And, okay, I lived, but like, still though. How do you live with like 1 HP?
I don't even know. That's just not cool, though.
Wild Regice out of nowhere. That's another Regice, and multiple Regizes.
Here we are in the grass.
Pokemon Firered Randomizer.
They roam free in their natural habitat. Oh, look at this Regice. It's got a smile. As it uses... Oh no, it's using explosion. Run away.
Ladies and gentlemen, just want to clarify that a Firered Randomizer is probably the only instance where you will run away from a Regice and not care.
Yep.
It's like, oh look, it's a Regice in the wild. Let's run away.
Yeah, I saw 10 of those yesterday.
Which is funny because I actually encountered a Regice playing another randomizer that was, I believe, Leaf Green when I was playing that yesterday with my friends. So it appears that Regice likes to appear on all of my randomizers in 3rd gen.
Oh, it loves you. Oh gosh. Regice. The only thing I can think of Regice being good for is, in a big, nice cup of tea. That
I get it.
that's what it is.
Regice, my tea.
Yes. Ah, perfect. No cup of tea is complete without Regice.
It's like the ultimate ice cube. It's like you walk up to it and you
Definitely.
take a chisel and say, "I'm gonna chop your leg off. I need this for my tea." Well,
Oh,
ladies and
can I have your
gentlemen,
finger?
I'm going to actually end off right here because I've got all these other trainers that I have to do, and I don't feel like doing them all in one episode because that would take like
Oh,
50 minutes to do. But this is Monk signing out, and this was LD. Say bye, LD.
Bye.
More
Bye.
Firered Randomizer coming up later.